I have it. There we go. Okay. All righty. Let's see if we can get the chat up here. Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. So, as you all know, IDC has started our new web builder update, and I'm going to say started. Most of it is done, but some things are still in progress. So keep that in mind. I am still proofing some things, and we're finding glitches. We're finding, stuff that we want them to update. So there are some things that are still in progress. How long that'll take, I have no idea, but hopefully all will be completed soon. So right now, all of the agent sites are updated with the new web builder tools. And so I'm logged into my test account here. And I'm going to show you what has changed on the front page here. As I go through, my test account here is a deluxe account. So all of the new web builder tools are available to all the deluxe users. I'll try to point out what's available to essential users. The number of widgets is a little bit different. And of course, as before, essential users can't alter their navigation or create other pages on the site. All of the interior pages that deluxe users have created are still there. Those haven't changed at all. Their navigation should have come over as it was before as well. So none of that should have changed. What's changing is just on the front page here, the front-facing page. With that being said, one of the things that is still in progress is I know a lot of deluxe users, because they had the option to put something different on the front page than their Vault profile bio. All of that custom content is not there right now. IDC is in the process of migrating that. What they're trying to do is they're going to take all of that custom content that was on the deluxe user sites. They're going to migrate it over to one of the widgets. There is a custom content widget where all of that is going to go. And I've asked them this morning, hey, what's the ETA on this? I still haven't had an answer, so I don't know when that's complete. But I did notice this morning, the couple of deluxe user sites that I went to, it's still not there. Whether or not that widget will then be automatically turned on once the content is moved over, that I don't know either. I think, and I don't know, you can give me your opinion on this, I think maybe it should not be automatically turned on, and then the agents will get the message out to the agents that they need to turn it on, and that might be a good opportunity for them to update that content anyway before they turn it on so that it appears on their front page. But I will ask, I'm asking IDC about all of that. I just haven't gotten an answer yet. The only issue I can see with doing that is if, excuse me, or not, let me start over. One of the things that I did notice is, if you remember correctly, on our old platform, the way that the front page custom content was created, when you hit that little edit button at the bottom, it created a biography page for deluxe users. It's that biography page that was showing up on the front page of the site. Well, I can show you that biography page is still in the pages here. So this is my test site. I've got a lot of stuff. I probably have a biography page, but you should be able to find it in here. Here's the biography. So that page is still there. That content is still there. And I have asked IDC if there are deluxe users out there that are anxious to get that content back on their front page. They could just take this, copy and paste it into the custom content widget so that it's there. The only issue that I see with that is if they do update something and then IDC does continue with this migration, I'm wondering if that will get overwritten with the old content. I wouldn't think so, but I'm going to ask them about that. But know that that is there. That is something that deluxe users can do if they are anxious to get that content back on there. It's still in the pages the biography page, they can grab it, copy and paste it into the custom content widget. So the biggest difference down here is there's all of these sections now. These are widgets. These are little sections, kind of like what Booge did. You can alter each one. You can rearrange them, turn it on and off. You can do whatever you want with each of these sections. And the way that you do that is now up on the left-hand side at the top here, under that button on the top. Now we have a Manage Widgets section. So if you go to Manage Widgets, you're going to see them all. Now, this is a deluxe user test account, so I'm seeing all of them. Essential users are going to have just the home value estimate, which is that buy side link there. They're going to have the About Me. The About Me section is where the Vault profile comes in. They're going to have featured and sold listings as they did before. And the other widgets that essential users are going to have is the blog. You can turn on the blog on the front page of your site to have, you know, the blog articles come through, and the Real Satisfied one. So if an essential user is using Real Satisfied, you turn this on, then those Real Satisfied reviews will come through as they did on the front page of our sites before. So all of these, you can turn them on and off, however you, which ones you want to have showing, which ones you don't. I'm going to turn them all on for now, just so we can see them all. You can also rearrange them. So for those deluxe users, this custom content widget, this is where you would put that biography page information, and you can move it to the top if you want, if they want all of that at the top. So you can rearrange these, drag and drop them however you want, hit save at the bottom, and that rearranges them on the front page here. So now within each of these widgets, as you go down here, you'll see the little gear on the right for each one. If you click on the little gear, there'll be some edit options, or you could hide it right there. So a lot of these, when you go into the edit settings, you'll see, you know, what you can and can't do. So this custom content one, you can actually change the content right here on the page. So this is where you could copy and paste either the source code or, you know, the content itself from that biography page and put it in there if you want. And then you just hit save. The other things that you can do on each of these widgets is change the heading. The title, some of them have subtitles. You can change all of, you know, the fonts, the size of it, the color. There's a lot of things that you can do with all of these. So now I'm just going to go through some of these real quick. A lot of it, I mean, they all basically work kind of the same. What is your home worth? I mean, that's our buy side thing. You can now edit what that heading is if you want to change it. Instead of what is your home worth, you know, find out your home value right now. You can again change the font, the size, anything you want. This one also has a subheading. You could say, check it out now. And then once you get where you want it, you just hit save, and it'll automatically update on the front of your page. So all of these widgets pretty much work the same way. Featured listings and sold listings operate pretty much the same way as they did before. Both sections, you can either manage them here or up here, as we did before. There are a couple of different options that they've added in here. Again, you could search for one that's not coming through using the MLS number. Now we have some options of how you want them filtered on the front page of your site, how you want them to show up. And you have the option to, you know, do you want my listings and my office listings, mine only, you know, depending on how many listings you have that are active, you can change that as well. There's a couple of different options there. Looks like the bio is already there. Eric said at least one of the custom page links, which is working. Well, good. Okay. And Eric, are you a deluxe user? Did you have something different on your front page other than your Vault bio? Sorry, Eric, I was reading your little chat message. All right, Eric's not there. The other thing that's different with featured and sold listings is if you hit the edit button here, you can change the heading as well as on all the other ones, but we also have some different template styles. So there's some slightly different styles that you could choose for how these are displayed. So there's a few different options on the front page now. And it takes a while to reload. All right. Can we also, okay, Tracy says, can we also pick and choose what neighborhoods and communities display on that widget? For instance, we like to highlight Northern, yeah. Which, on featured listings or on the featured and sold listings? Tracy?
Good morning. No, you know, the other widgets that are showing up when specifically when you're under deluxe, there's one for I saw
Their
communities,
Okay.
and then also neighborhoods. And right now, when I was just going in, it was just filtering like all of us, like, you know, all the way starting alphabetical, like down in Denver. And I was just wondering if there's a
Okay.
way that we could go in, you know, especially for us in Northern Colorado, to highlight just the communities that are focused in our area.
Yep. Yeah, there is a way to do that, and I will show you.
Okay, cool.
I'm getting,
Okay, cool.
I'm just kind of
Sorry.
going through them all. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, jumping ahead. Thanks.
All right. There is a video widget here, so you can add a video. I just added one of our market videos here. But again, if you hit the edit button, you can edit the heading, the content. You can say what this is about, and then add the YouTube URL for those. You'll notice, I know all of our market update videos are on the Homes in Colorado website. Instead of using that URL, you can find them on our Homes in Colorado YouTube page. That is what it wants you to put here, is the embed URL from YouTube. So just keep that in mind if you're looking for those. All right, so yes, these two new widgets. You can now feature our communities, some of our community pages, and neighborhoods on the front page of your site. So these, if you hit the edit, the only thing you can edit is the heading, and you can choose some different template layouts here, however many you want to feature. But the place where it's going to choose which communities that you want to feature is now in your profile. So this is where you'll go, Tracy. In your profile, there's now a featured communities and neighborhoods section. So this is where you'd want to choose the ones that you want featured on the front page of your site. So you see, I've chosen some of the Northern Colorado ones there. Now, I didn't choose any neighborhoods. So like you said, it's picking random ones that have nothing to do with Northern Colorado. You know, these might not be in Northern Colorado, it's just choosing random ones. So yes, in the profile of the vault, you would want to choose which neighborhoods and which communities you want to feature. One thing to keep in mind for our community pages, we do have photos in all of those, so it's going to pull the photos. For neighborhoods, because we, we added all of these thousands of neighborhood pages on our site, we have those there now, but not all of them have photos. I've put the photos in for those areas, that Nico took pictures of, but we don't have photos for all of them. So what's going to happen with these neighborhood ones, and let me try to explain what's going to show on the front page here, is if there isn't a photo on that neighborhood page in the photo gallery, it will choose the first one there. If not, it's going to choose the photo from the highest price listing in that area. So that's why you're seeing these homes in here. It's just choosing photos from the highest price listing of that area. If there's no listings in that neighborhood, I think it's going to revert back to the community photo up here of the neighborhood, with the community where that neighborhood is. So keep that in mind. This one, that's not coming through at all, so I'll have to ask them about that. but keep that in mind. That's what's coming through here. So let your agents know. I mean, they're the experts. They're the ones out there. I've had a few agents come to me and say, hey, there's no photos for this neighborhood. And I said, I know. How about if you go out and take some next time you're riding around there? Please, please do. You know, if you're driving around in that neighborhood, take some nice pictures. It's summer. I mean, it's getting to be fall. You know, we might get some nice photos, but yes, we need photos. We need photos for these areas, especially now that we can feature them on the front pages of our sites. It'd be nice to have some photos in there.
Shannon, this is Kim.
Mhm.
What is available to Essential versus Deluxe on these neighborhood and community pages?
Yeah, the neighborhood and community widgets are not available to the Essential users. Yeah.
Thank you.
The Essential users have, yeah, basically what they did before. Their bio, featured and sold. They can opt to put the blog on there and real satisfied. Those are,
So, so just a reminder, guys, because these community and neighborhood pages are really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So now's a great time for us folks to participate in a deluxe site. It's a very nominal fee for what they're being provided.
Mm-hmm. The deluxe users, yeah, will get everything. They'll be able to do all of this. All right, so the blog widget, this one, I mean, this is a terrible example because this is my test site and I had, you know, just some fake blog entries in there with no images. So, but again, if you start blogging, both Essential and Deluxe users can start their own blog. Your blog will come through here. If not, they opt to show the blog on the front page. It'll be the company blog that comes through. And then this last widget here, this is a monthly market reports widget. So this is a nice way to add that to the front page of your site for people to immediately sign up for market reports. You would just choose, I think they changed this a little bit. Oh, I bet you that's in your profile as well. I think you choose the market area in your profile. Come on. So not at the top here. No, maybe not. Let me ask them about that. That should be in the profile, and I thought it was. Maybe I'm not seeing it. I'll ask them about that, how you choose the market area. Again, we're still working on some stuff, working through things here, so we'll have to figure it out. All right. So those are the front page widgets. Again, you can opt which ones you want to show on there. You can rearrange them however you like. There's also a bunch of new options in the website settings for your site. We can change that heading or add a subheading right above the search bar. So that's this Find Your Dream Home here. You can add a little subheading if you'd like as well. Again, you can change the font, the size, the color, all of that good stuff. We have color themes here, so you can change the color theme right off the bat. We also have the option to upload a logo. So if you have a team or an agent who has their own custom logo, they can put that on their website now. We had to do that with extra CSS code before, but now you have the option to add your logo, and it shows up here next to the RE/MAX Alliance logo up at the top here. Here's where you put your Google Analytics tracking code like we had before. And now there is another section for Facebook Pixel Script. I had quite a few agents ask about this when they were doing Facebook advertising. You have to be able to place the pixel script on a page on the site in order for it to work. So now they've added an actual spot for you to add that. You also have an area where you could add a custom script. So if there's any other kind of button or widget or iframe code or something like that that you want to put on the front page of your site, this would be the place to put it here. And now there's preferences as well for registration. So someone who might be using their website for advertising purposes and they're expecting a lot of traffic, they can now go in here and set registration mode. So if someone is visiting their site, you can set the number of properties that they can look at before the registration reminder pops up. So you can set it as soft, which means the registration reminder will pop up, but that person can continue to use the site. They can skip it and continue to use the site. If you set it for hard registration, you can set, a number, say, okay, I'll let people look at 2 pages of my site. Once they do that, the registration reminder will come up. And if it's set to hard registration, they have to register before they continue to use your site. So keep that in mind. That's there. We've had that request as well for people who are actually actively using their website for advertising purposes as a landing page. You might want to set that so that if people are looking through properties, they will have to register after looking at so many. So again, you just hit save once you changed everything. The other thing that we have in website settings, as before, was the layout. There are 4 new layouts to choose from. Deluxe users will be able to choose from all 4. As before, essential users only have this first one, this first option. So I can flip through and select one of these other ones or preview it before I select. The banner images are working pretty much the same way. Again, deluxe users will have the option to add their own image. They can add a new image, video. Obviously, keep it short. The video has to be, like 3 seconds long or whatever to keep it short enough so that it loads fast enough on your site. You don't want any huge long video on the front page of your site or your site will never load. Or you could use a YouTube link for the video. So we did have this before for deluxe users. Deluxe users can also feature a listing. If you have a nice luxury listing that you'd like to feature, you can add the image. And then if you add the MLS ID, it'll create a link to the listing detail page for that listing. So keep in mind, deluxe users can do that. Essential users, as usual, only have the option to import from the library. So now the library is a little bit different now. I need to go through and create some categories because all the images that we had in there are all kind of mixed up here. What I'm going to do is create categories so that you can search for the images by area like you could before. They were alphabetical before, but now they're not. So I'll do that so you can search the categories here. We don't have any categories in there yet. So again, essential users can only choose images from the library. Deluxe users can add their own images to the front page. So, and I tried to get our default images back in here. This is something that I can control now. I used to have to ask IDC Global to change these default images for me, but I haven't gotten the videos back in there. I have to change the files. I have to, I think I have MOV files and I need MP4s or something like that. So I have to convert those before I can get them back in there. But all of our default things are in here. One of the things that has come up and I noticed too, the navigation here seems to be like pushed way over to the right. And I don't know why they did that with these templates. Like there's all this blank space over here. It seems like the navigation should come way over because the rest of it is in this hamburger menu here. So that seems awfully silly to me. So I've asked IDC about that, and there is a ticket in to change that. Seems like there's too much space here. They need to move that over. And then the other thing I saw that they put in a ticket is that they were going to shorten this sign up, sign in. So it's just, I think it just says sign in, sign up instead of for the home finder alerts. So we'll have a little bit more room there as well for the navigation. So know that that's in the works.
Hey Shannon, this is Kim. I may have missed you saying this. On this upper navigation up there,
Mhm.
because of some of the photos, that white kind of fades in, like right now.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. So,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, I think that's one of the things that I missed
I was
here.
just gonna ask you that,
Yeah.
can they change that?
Website settings. Where is it? Oh, it's in the banner images, sorry. I'm trying to think. Because I think in the banner images settings, there are a lot of things that you can do with the banner images now. You can opt for the manual scroll to be on or off, so someone could click on them and scroll through them themselves. Delay how many seconds. You can set the screen height, which is nice because I know a lot of the deluxe user sites that had some customization on them. With the CSS code, we were able to, just have a single image there so that it didn't rotate through and it was set as a certain height. And now you can do that within the tool here. And then there's this overlay option. You know what? I think this is just for. So if I bring that down, it's going to make the whole thing darker, but it doesn't make just the navigation part darker. I think that has to do with the layout as well. Some of them are different.
Is there something they can do with that? Because on some of our images, like the mountains and stuff, that white.
It doesn't, yeah, I noticed that. It's really, so this fourth, this fourth template is completely
Yes,
different.
color.
Right. It seems like, I see what you're saying. It seems like on those other ones, we should be able to change just at least that area at the top.
Right.
Yeah. So that could be lighter or darker. Because yeah, it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask them about that.
Thank you.
Good point. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to share with all of you is what's happening with our office websites. So now before, I know that staff or OAs were able to log in and toggle over to the office websites. Can we change the logo to white so it's more readable? Good question. Not that I know of, but yeah, we should be able to. It's a good point, Heather. Along with, the navigation thing and not being able to show up, you should be able to change the logo. So we could use the white one that shows up better. I'll ask them about that. Thanks, Heather. All right, so one of the tricks to the office websites this time, and I've been arguing with them back and forth on this because it seems ridiculous, but the way this is set up now is that you have to be logged in as a manager in order to edit the office websites. I know staff were able to do this before, OAs could do this before. Now you have to be logged in as a manager. So if I go in, I'm gonna log in as Samantha just to show you how this works. So I'm logged in as Samantha. If I go to the website, first of all, I'm on Samantha's here. I might, nope, it's not even gonna give me the option. I had the option before, but it's not even gonna give me the option. Okay. So, oh, dang it, sorry. All right. All right, so if I'm, can you guys see me again? Sorry, I logged out.
It's good.
Okay. So now, Samantha, when you're logged in here, what you're gonna do is go over to admin, agent, and now you're gonna have to find Russ in order to log in as Russ. You have to be logged in as the manager in order to edit the office website. I know this is silly. I'm trying desperately to get them to change this because it's a pain in the butt, but just know this is how you guys have to edit the office website. So I have to log in as the office manager. Now I'm in here as Russ. So if I go to the web builder, it's going to default to the Loveland website right here. So now I do have this option here to manage other websites. So the other website is obviously going to be Russ's site. If it'll show up here. Nope, maybe not. And it's another thing I need to ask them about. Because Russ does have a site, right? Is Russ on? All right. Like I said, we're working through glitches here. But now on the office website, now I have all the options to change the office website. The office websites are a little bit different. We have some different widgets here. All of this information about this office, as well as this market insights section down here. All of this information, you're going to notice if you hit the edit button here, you're only going to be able to change the heading or template style here. But all of this information is coming from the office. Sorry, I didn't log out again, right? Okay. Is coming from the office page. So again, if I go into the Vault profile, or sorry, into my Vault dashboard, and under admin, instead of searching for an agent, if I look for office, the Loveland office is in here. And this is where, this is kind of like the office Vault profile. So all of the office information is in here. This is where the photos are. This is where, well, let me scroll. This is where the about the office is, all of the office information, as well as that market insight section. Here's the market update URL, the insight URL. Here's the area video. So that is where you would change all of that content, is in basically the Vault bio for that office. Does that make sense?
I have a question about the market update videos.
Yep.
Do we have to go in there every month and manually change that URL, or does it update automatically?
No, it'll update automatically. Yeah. If you use, actually, that's a good question. So if I'm on, because okay, so I used the URL, I used the embed URL for, are you talking about this widget or the one on the office site?
The one for the office site.
Okay, the one for the office, yes, is linking to that particular page, that Homes in Colorado page with that market update video on it. So that one will automatically update. On this agent page, I just did a market update video in here as an example. But on this agent page, because I used the YouTube embed URL, that specific URL is for that specific video. So yes, this one would not update. But the ones on the office pages will, because they're linking to our Homes in Colorado pages that automatically update. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. Does anybody else have any questions at all? And I know I pointed out there is that one IDC video in our Vault training videos. And it is another site. So a little bit different, but they have all the same things that we do on our sites. I'm recording this right now, so any staff or OAs that didn't make it today, we'll have the recording for that. And then I'd like to schedule another, at least one agent training, if not more, so that I can at least get one other recording that's specifically geared toward agents as well, that we can get into the Vault training. The question I have for you guys is, what day of the week is best for that kind of thing? I know you guys have sales meetings on certain days, things like that. I mean, what day of the week do you think would be best for an agent training on this? Any ideas? Anybody? Chat, shout it out. I wanted to kind of get an idea of what might work best.
Shannon, it's Tracy.
Okay.
We also, like on Thursdays, we do a training, for agents. We have that availability from 10 to 11. And I know Mandy Eastwood and we need to look for this upcoming, I think we have some openings. So,
Okay.
that could be a time or whatever anybody else has suggestions too. But I know at least for us in Northern Colorado, we do those Thursday trainings 10 to 11. So that would be a good
Okay.
one.
You do that every week?
We do that every week. Yeah.
All right, so I'm seeing no Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Okay, for us, the end of the week, Olivia says no, or Boulder, end of the week, Thursday. Eric, Melinda says Thursday. So it sounds like towards the end of the week, like a Thursday or Friday. Okay, Thursdays are good. Da, 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 da. Okay, yeah. All right. That sounds good. And then, yeah, Tracy, let me know which weeks you guys have like a Thursday open. You said you do yours 10 to 11. So maybe if I picked a different time, would that be good if we overlapped with something?
I'll touch base with you. I'll look at it. I don't have the calendar in front of us. I feel like we might have some openings coming up, so it might fit in just right. So I'll send you a note and we'll try and get it figured out, or whatever works the best for everybody, and then we'll coordinate around that too.
Okay.
So
And so Brianna, you said Wednesdays and Thursdays are meetings for Arvada, Golden, and Old Town. Are your meetings usually in the morning? Nine to 10, okay. So we could do something a little bit later on a Thursday or something, okay. Okay. Thank you all. So maybe Thursdays later in the day or Friday might be good, sounds like. Okay. Awesome, you guys, thank you. Does anybody have any other questions at all? Please, please let me know if you see any other weird things on here that don't seem to be working. Because like I said, we are working through all the bugs and glitches. I mean, that happens anytime you're trying to update something, and change a platform. There's gonna be glitches that need to be fixed. So please let me know if you see anything, okay?
thanks, Shannon. It's Tracy. I just wanted to say thanks. You've been working on this for a long time, and it's
Yeah.
exciting to have all these
I know,
changes.
like, finally, we were talking about this like back in March.
I know, right? And we got like Facebook Pixel, and there's so many great things. So thank you. I know it's been a lot of work.
All right, and I hope, yeah, and I'm really pleased with all the flexibility that we have on the front page now, and I'm really hoping this will encourage agents to become deluxe users now. So yeah, let them know that, hey, you're not going to get all the new cool stuff unless you're a deluxe user. So let's get some more signups, okay?
Absolutely. That's what we're working on. We'll get that. So thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. And I will get some messaging out on an agent training as soon as possible. Okay. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend.